What's good, everyone? This is Hyde. I made a config that went completely viral, and I'm going to explain to you kind of everything that happened because ultimately my video that got posted throughout the entire Apex community led Apex to literally remove neostrafing, and that is something that I never planned for it to happen. I never really even thought that my videos would blow up. It really went viral to a crazy, very, very viral point. I mean, there's viral and then there is viral. Everybody started talking about the config. Here are a couple of people that did. Now I'm going to show you the Moki video.
Which showcased some loser making a super Steam config, which implemented neostrafing, but also...
So yeah, he just calls me a loser and goes on to describe the config, and the video has 100,000 views. So do so many other videos about the config, and yeah, it wasn't really nice to call me a loser, bro. I mean, damn. Yeah, this is a clip of Hal talking about it. I have it muted because he's kind of passionate in his speech. Don't want to get censored on YouTube. I mean, literally every single content creator you could think of were speaking about the config. While all this was going down, you could tune in to any Twitch stream from any massive big Apex streamer, and my config would be talked about, as well as video game news sources on Twitter to YouTube. Really, it was everywhere. While all this was going on, Respawn became aware of my video and quickly came out with a sort of patch. And so this patch didn't actually remove configs. Neostrafing got removed, but every single feature from my viral video are still entirely possible today. But yeah, neostrafing for a controller has been removed from the game. Alright, let me pause for a second. So technically, neostrafing is possible on controller, but it doesn't work nearly as well at all as how it used to be, because basically for neostrafe to work, you need to make your controller emulate mouse and keyboard, which means that while you neostrafe on controller, not only will you completely lose aim assist, but the whole feeling of how you move around with your joystick is going to be very different because it's being emulated by a sort of mouse input. Basically, what you're telling the game is that when you move your joystick, you're actually moving a mouse, but really the input of the joystick to this sort of fake mouse just really is not good and doesn't feel good. And also, the reason why a mouse has to be emulated is because the way that Apex actually patched neostrafing is by making it so that every time a controller input is detected on the screen, it will pause any possibility for any form of MNK lurches for like 0.5 seconds. So yeah, now let's get back into the video. People are blaming me for neostrafe getting removed or are calling me out, but really all I did was that I took a tool that we all had access to and I simply used it in a different way. There were no third-party softwares, no modifying game files. Steam configs were and are still a feature of the game. Normally, people would just search for a free neostrafe config on YouTube, watch the tutorial, apply the config, then move on with their day, which is fine, but I decided to go deeper and create features that people have always been wanting for controller, like the move and loot, which is a feature that's actually still possible in season 20. People are calling me out, or like Moki said earlier, calling me dumb, but I think there was nothing dumb about what I did. I really used a tool we all had access to and I pushed it to its limits. Wait, hold up. This isn't the end of the video yet. I have something to say. I get why people are blaming me for Neo getting removed, but I just want you to take a second and zoom out and look at the bigger picture as to why Apex actually did remove neostrafing. I think that neostrafing was always in a gray area. Like, it was kind of allowed and kind of not allowed at the same time. And let's face it, I was a neostrafer myself, and every single neostrafer knew that it was a really OP mechanic. And although there was no other way for roller to get movement, really at its core, it was a OP mechanic, and that's why it got removed in the first place. The key takeaway from this is that had neostrafing not been this unbalanced mechanic, then it would have never gotten removed. Really, the neostrafing patch was bound to happen anyway, sooner or later, and my video just led Respawn to get out of the gray area and make a decision.